All right. Well, I haven't felt this nervous to make a video in, I don't know, years. I've been making content now since June 2025. So I started making videos at the end of 2019. Used to get really nervous before recording. I've done hundreds of videos since. And I know that it's needed to make this sort of video, but I feel called to make this video and to change things up, and I'm really just kind of going out on a whim here. It could be wrong, and I'm just going to look at myself here. It's going to be too awkward to stare at the camera, which is mounted there above my desktop. But so this video is about how much money my business lost last month. I feel like it's so fitting to make this video. I feel like so many people on YouTube and social media and Instagram, all that stuff these days, all they do is they just share their highs. They talk about how well things are going and all of that stuff. It's like their highlight reel, you know? And it's just not a real representation of life and business and being an entrepreneur. So I've been thinking about changing it up. The style of content that I make for a long time. This is really just a test. Not a test. I don't even want to say it like that. It's really just being more open, authentic, vulnerable. I've wanted to make these style of videos for a while, but the algorithm rewards making a certain type of video. And this channel started out as me making videos about franchising 6 years ago, because at that time I was owning franchises and I just wanted to help give people advice on, not really advice, just share my experience really of my journey of buying franchises and just what that led to, and helping people make good decisions or avoid franchising if it wasn't the right fit for them. And lately it's like, the YouTube rewards all these videos about talking about different business opportunities. Like, you can make this much money in this business, and this business is the new best business to start. And it's like all these super clickbaity titles about like business opportunity. And honestly, I'm just burned out in making those sort of videos. Will I continue to make videos like that? Maybe, probably, I don't know. So if you wind up liking this video, let me know in the comments if you want to see more like this. But basically last month, I took about a $50,000 loss in my business in Franchise Empire. And, don't worry, if anyone watches this who works with us, for us, etc., we have plenty of money in reserves. We'll be fine. And we're actually probably about to have our best month here in June. The irony, the irony is crazy. But, I was telling one of the folks on my team about this, or two of the folks on our marketing team, that, we had lost like 50 grand last month. And I was like smiling when I said it. Entrepreneurship is a roller coaster. It is a roller coaster. And the best thing you can do is just hang on and enjoy the ride, even in the moments when it's terrifying, when you're like at the plateau, right? It's like, oh, that terrifying moment. And so I wanted to change up the style of video. I wanted to let you guys into like what I'm doing now, what I'm working on now, what we're building as a team. And I don't know, maybe this starts a new direction on this channel about, I don't know, opening up the curtain about what's happening behind the scenes as I grow to build this company, Franchise Empire, which is what I am most excited about right now. I sold my franchises a couple years ago. People go, why? Why did you sell your franchises, Tarek? It must have been something terrible. Well, I opened up my first location and then we moved 2,500 miles away. Then we moved, right? And then bought another location, then moved 250 miles away. The very easy answer is I never would have opened up the stores if I would have known we were going to move. The plan was never to move. And at that point in time, having a business that far away, it was taking away from my quality of life, not adding to it. I remember during COVID, our stores up in like the Jacksonville, Florida area, we're in Orlando, and we just couldn't find people. That was a hard time. And we had so many people quitting and leaving or not showing up to work. And I remember driving up there and staying in an Airbnb for like a week, 2 weeks at a time. We had a newborn. Our son was like a year old. I don't know why talking about this right now makes me feel emotional. But I just think about, how far I've come since that period of time of just building this whole journey and trying to achieve my dream of becoming an entrepreneur. So my intention in like making these videos is to just help that one person that's in their journey of entrepreneurship that is riding the roller coaster right now, and that, I don't know, maybe you can find some sort of peace or solace or whatever with me sharing my journey. These are the sort of videos that I would love to watch. I've really enjoyed like vlog style videos of just people sharing and documenting their journey. And I always thought, man, I can't make those style of videos. I'm not that entertaining, or I don't want to have someone following me around and all those different things. And part of what I've learned is just do you the way that you want to do you, and see if that works. And so for me, I just want to sit in front of the computer and talk like this. I don't want someone following me around. I don't want to have to overly inflate my excitement and enthusiasm for a video. I just want to be able to show up as I am. And I'm recording this video right now at a moment where I don't want to record it. It's the last thing I want to do. Actually, my energy and aura and vibe feel very heavy and dark right now. It's just been a long day. It's 6:20 in the evening on a Monday. Spent 2.5 hours in interviews today. Didn't feel like I got all the things done that I wanted to today in the business, and just, I don't know, I just feel off today. So I feel like, hey, this is the best time to make this sort of video. I feel off. I don't want to do it. I don't feel like doing it. And just to share with you guys that, in May, we had a $50,000 loss on our P&L for the month. I guess that's all the darker side of things, and just keeping it real. Now, here's the good part. So I read a book, Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. They have a series of books, The Gap and the Gain, 10X is Easier Than 2X, and Who Not How. Those books have changed my life and my business. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I can talk about those books, and just one of the books, that could be a whole video. So if you want me to talk about that in my experience, let me know, or else this video could wind up being, 40 minutes long. And I don't know that I want to make a video that's 40 minutes long. And my wife probably wants me to come home and eat dinner, and so do the kids. So, and we're already 10 minutes into this recording. Hey, if you've been thinking about buying a franchise, then go check out our Franchise Buyers Academy. It's going to give you everything you need to know about owning a money-making franchise in a one-stop shop, condensed place, all in order, so you can stop scouring the internet, stop researching things all over the place. It's going to save you a ton of time and a ton of money. So you can go get access to it at franchiseempire.com/FBA. Let's get back to the episode. But I read Who Not How, and that started to change everything for me. The concept of, instead of trying to figure out how to do something in your business, hire a who that already knows how to do it. There's so much more to the concept. Anyways, The Gap and the Gain is all about what happens is most entrepreneurs or people starting businesses, like you might just be just trying to start your business right now, or you may be in the process of growing it. I'm not sure. Let me know. I guess drop a comment. Let me know where you are in your journey and what some of the struggles and challenges that you're facing. But there's this whole concept that basically most entrepreneurs, they're always thinking about the gap. The gap meaning how much farther they need to go in order to hit their goals or whatever it is that they're looking to accomplish. And that if you're always looking at the gap, right? Like if you start a marathon, and what is a marathon? 26.2 miles, something like that. You start a marathon, you're like, I got 26 miles left. And it's like 25, 24, 23. Oh my goodness. It sounds so daunting. That's the gap. You're thinking about what you have left. The gain is thinking about it, reframing, and thinking about how far you've come. It's thinking about how far you've come. So most of us entrepreneurs are constantly thinking that we're not where we want to be. You're like, hey, I did $600,000 in sales last year. This year, I'm pacing to do, let's say, $800,000. but I'm not happy because my goal was to double my business and do 1.2. So I'm, upset and beating myself up because I'm not trending to where I want to be. I'm thinking about the gap instead of thinking like, oh, wow, like, okay, I'm not trending where my goal is, but we've increased sales by $200,000. That's over a 30% increase. And so that's that concept there. So we've got a lot of amazing things going on. And to be fair, last month was an anomaly. We have a bunch of money in accounts receivable. So money that has been invoiced and waiting to be paid. I think we had like 150,000 in accounts receivable, and we had a bunch of, let's call them deals in the pipeline and transactions that we had a very significant pipeline. So I felt, it was not easy to deal with it, to see dramatic swings in your business bank accounts to the tune of, $50,000 to $70,000. I guess at this point I've become more used to it and able to just control my emotions around it. And man, I just know that God provides. Every time in my life when my back has been against the wall or things have been hard, God has showed up and bailed me out. And I know that may not be the experience for all of you, but again, I want to be authentic in sharing my experience. And that doesn't mean I haven't had hard times. I've had many hard times. I've had very, very dark times. We can get into that in other videos. I struggled with depression for years, just a lot of stuff. But when the rubber really hit the road, the answer and the solution always showed up. And so I've just learned to lean on that and step out on faith, just knowing that I'll always be provided for. I'm actually started reading this book, God is My CEO, following God's principles in a bottom line world. But so knowing what was in our pipeline, that helped, and knowing what was in our accounts receivable. But again, we have payrolls we'll have like a bi-weekly payroll. It's like a $25,000 payroll bi-weekly. We've grown really fast. So not really fast. I've been doing this for 4.5 years now. We've been doing this for 4.5 years now. But a year ago, June of 2024, I had 2 full-time employees, our director of marketing and a guy on our team, John, who, let's call him sales, but he did kind of qualifying, first point of contact before they got to our brokerage team. So we had 2 full-time employees and a bunch of contractors. We had a couple full-time international employees, but technically they're contractors. So we still had maybe like 7, 8 people on the team, but only 2 full-time. Fast forward to now. In the last, basically, let's call it 6 months, I think technically 7. In the last 6 to 7 months, I've hired 6 full-time employees. Our payroll has quadrupled, if not 5x. It's scary. It's created a lot of anxiety, but it's also exciting. And I'm incredibly grateful because the only reason we were able to hire those people is because our business is growing and increasing and we're generating more money. We're trending up. I was just looking at my profit and loss and doing a comparison from January 1 to June 16 of last year to this year, basically 50%. So as of last year, for now, I'll start sharing some top line numbers. I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing like profit numbers yet. We'll see at some point. But I think at some point you'll be able to back into it and come up with your own kind of conclusions. But January 1 to June 16th of 2024, we had done 450,000 in sales up until that point. This year we're at 660. And the way that our business works and the way that we've grown our pipeline, like the last half of the year should skyrocket in terms of the amount that we hit. My original goal for this year is 2.5 million. I still believe it's doable. It'll be challenging. I think we can hit the preceding metrics, like the amount of deals and clients helped and agreements signed that would produce the revenue, but sometimes it takes us months to get paid. Because when someone buys a franchise, they may be funding everything with a loan, an SBA loan, and maybe they don't pay their franchise fee initially or they just put a deposit down. We won't get paid from the franchisor until the franchise fee is paid in full. And so we have things that'll sit in the pipeline where we won't get paid 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So it makes it hard. Like actual cash collected is not the only indicator, which is why when we did only $45,000 last month in sales, I wasn't going too crazy mentally because it was just like I knew we had a lot of things pending and in the pipeline. Just to give you an idea. Oh, and I was seeing that last year in the month of May, I think we had our best month ever. And we had done like 130,000 in May of 2024. Let me see. May of last year of 2024, we did 130,000 in sales. That was our biggest month by far. What did we do in April of 2024? Hey, so I recently put together a list of 5 low-cost franchises that make $1 million or more. If you want to see that list, then click the link below in the description or go to franchiseempire.com/low cost. Let's get back to the episode. In April 2024, we did 49,000 in sales. We finished last year at 970 in sales. So just short of $1 million last year. And again, our goal is to do $2.5 million this year. And again, it all comes down to over the years and my 9 failed businesses, like the mindset shift has been shifting from it's all about solving people's problems and helping people. The more people you help, the more money you make. That's simple. So we're just focused on going out there and helping more people in a more significant manner. That's what it's all about. When you put helping people first and serving the needs of your clients and customers, that's when you're able to increase your revenue and scale. Assuming that, because like business is all about solving problems. It's providing a solution. So how do I make more money? I provide more of my services, which is solving more problems. It's pretty simple. The concept overall. If you go out there just trying to make money, it's a terrible way to think about it because people do silly things that aren't within integrity and just you're focusing on the wrong thing if you're just trying to go out and make money. It's a simple distinction, but really key. So it's about solving people's problems. That was last year. What's crazy is, so we had the worst month in May, and then we just had a bunch of stuff hit at the same time and money come in. And just last week, I think we collected, what was it? All right. So I got a phone call and I had to leave the office. So that's just what happens sometimes in business. Things happen and life throws you a curveball and you just got to roll with it. So today's the next day. And since the video ended abruptly, I just wanted to at least provide some closure to the video. So that's what this is for. But yeah, so we are just in 1 week. I think we hadn't collected anything for the whole month. I mean, it was just we were on a dry spell, just waiting. And in a week. Last week, a week's period of time, we collected 148,000, which I believe puts us at our best month. And we collected in a week. So it just shows you the financial roller coaster that's in entrepreneurship. And I'm sure you will experience it at some point if you haven't already. And, in those moments, what will help is knowing your numbers. But with that said, I went ahead and earlier today, I recorded another video called... well, it's not called that, but it's just talking about the financial roller coaster, of growing and scaling your business and hiring people and just the expenses that are come up and just dealing with the anxiety of it, the anxiety, the stress, the worry, will you have enough money? Will you have enough to pay yourself? These are all things that, through your entrepreneurial journey, you will experience at some point. 100%. Every entrepreneur has, and you'll probably experience it on a weekly basis, monthly basis, possibly even a daily basis. But so what I did was I went ahead and made a video about that, and I actually shared how much money we spent in the business for this last week and the things that we spent on. So I tell you how much we spent on payroll. I tell you how much is on my credit card bill, my business credit card bill. It's like some pretty revealing information, actually. And again, I'm trusting God's plan here that He wants me to make this sort of content because it's very uncomfortable to be very transparent, to share this level of information. But I don't know. If you get value out of it and you like it, let me know in the comments, please, so that I know if I should still make this type of video. But anyways, you can watch the financial roller coaster video right here. We'll put an end card screen so you can watch that video. Again, if you like this, subscribe, hit like. Let me know what other topics you want me to make videos on, and we'll see you on the next one.